Hi guys, welcome back to the warm up. My name is OT, and if you're joining us for the first time, the warm up is a segment of our YouTube channel where I come in, week out to plot the golden schematics of how best we want to profit off of the markets in the following week. Okay, so if that sounds interesting, like, share, and subscribe for more updates like this. Without wasting any much of our time, let's get right into the charts.
To the episode, second episode of warm up. So we're gonna start with a quick recap of the previous episode. So we're looking out. Wow, this is crazy. We're looking out for buys on BTC BTC on the last episode of the warm up. We're looking to place our buy position somewhere around here. The market pulled back into this region and then just blasted all the way to our take profit. And right now, the market has just like moved crazy. Look at this candle. I mean, look at this. Pa, 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 pa. And we've been moving like crazy. So we're still very much long. We're still very much bullish on BTC. We're still very much bullish on BTC. We're still looking for long entries, long positions, or positions to go long on BTC. But I gotta wait for pullbacks. I have to wait for pullbacks because these pullbacks give me areas where I could put my stop losses, right? So ideally, I'm still gonna have to wait for something like this, right? Or something like this. This pullback, this one that came, something like this, so I could put my stop losses um, very nicely. Stop losses here very nicely as well. But this whole move, there's no place I could put my stop losses that I will be comfortable with. So yeah, BTC, we're still looking for buys, but to be honest, I don't want to have it on my screen, so I would not be tempted like that. So yeah, out of that. So we're gonna go to XAUSD. XAUSD, I think the last episode. Oh, let me delete this first so I can explain it better for you guys. So last episode, I was very much bearish on XAUSD. I expected the market to sell all the way into this region, but it did not. So what has happened now? The market has given us a shift of structure, right? So we were ideally overall, we are bullish on XAUSD. This is a trending market to the upside. It's making higher highs and higher lows, higher high, higher low. But then we came into consolidation and we've been consolidating since April, right? We've been going sideways since April, May, June. That's a very long time. That's been like 5 weeks. But now, so the market has given us a shift of structure, like I said earlier. So market came here, gave us this, giving us the second one, and now it's buying all the way to the outside. So I am still looking for long entries to go long on FTUSD. How we're going to be approaching these entries is very simple. So we're going to plot out this line, very simple and straightforward. We need the market to just break above here with a bullish candle close. We need a little retest. It could be a 1 hour retest and then continuation to the upside. So we come back all the way to this region. And yeah, we're looking to go long there. So this is what we're looking to capitalize on XAUSD. And then our stop losses are going to be somewhere below this region. Yeah, so ideally very simple, very straightforward. This is going to be a solid 350 reward, but I think two, we're still fine, right? We're still good. So this is what we're looking out for XAUSD this week. USDC. Okay, before I go into these USD markets, I'm gonna go to DXY to explain what's going on. So on the previous episode of the warm up, I think I said something about this region, this gray region, right? So if we go on a daily time frame, you can see that the DXY dollar index has been very bullish and strong. Then it went into a consolidation and then it broke out of this consolidation retest and now it's collapsing back to the downside. We're expecting, I'm predicting the market is going to collapse all the way back into this zone, right? But before we get there, I think I said something about this middle bar. The market was going to react off of this region, right? So the bulls have shown their prowess. They've shown themselves. The bears had full control for a very long time, a couple of days, and now the bulls have shown their head, right? So it's a pullback. It's happened. Now all I'm gonna do is wait for bears to continue this whole trend. Now it's very clear, it's very obvious. On the weekly time frame, we can clearly see that the market is selling like this is heavy sell candles, right? Heavy bearish candles. Very see the market is struggling. The bulls are struggling to even pull, and then heavy bearish candle again. struggling. Bears still control. Struggling, Bears are still in control. The Bulls are just, it's very difficult. They're struggling right now. The American economy is shaking. The dollar is weakening. Everybody knows that. We're all looking to go short on the dollar. Now, so let's go back to USD because we have that in mind. We know the dollar is weak. We know that we want to keep selling these pairs. So yeah, like I predicted on the previous episode as well, I'm waiting for pullback on USD. We didn't get that pullback properly, so I think the market opened and then just went to our take profit straight up. So now we're still waiting for this pullback. I'm waiting for the market to give us a decent pullback, and then we are going to go short on this market. Pull back into this region, we go short on the market. We still have the same thing. So that's why USDCHF is still on our chart. But there's something very interesting about this market. The fact that 4 hours have still been, you know, sellers are still in control of this, just making my palms itchy, right? I just want to sell this market very quick. I want to jump in on the sales, but I'm not entirely sure I want to rush these sales, to be honest. But like if I go on lower time frame, I most likely see entries, right? Possible entries to sell this market from here. So the market opens and the market is open already. Crazy. Oh, this market's open already. Wow. Well, I don't like trading on early hours on Monday morning, so I'm gonna just still be patient. The market comes and still sells, and I'm seeing much more sell pressure. Then I might just have to jump in and put my stop losses above here. So yeah, but ideally, I'm still waiting for this market to pull back into this region. Yeah, for USD CHF. Euro USD on the other hand, like I said, we're waiting for pullbacks. Same thing I was looking out for 2 weeks ago, the first episode of the warm up. Yeah, so the market is still giving us that pullback. This is what I like. I like what I'm seeing. The market is pulling back nicely. So we're gonna wait. This is the same thing we're looking out for on this market. If the market breaks this trend line, then we can now look for another entry to quickly enter somewhere around here. But we're channeling down, down, and down. So we like that. GBP on the other hand, oh, woof, this was crazy. This was very, very crazy. I think let me go back to these charts. Yep. Yeah, so we predicted the sales. The market just came, whipped us out, and then sold back into this region. Painful. And then again, the market bought, gave us a double bottom, tried to buy, and I bought, and then the market sold again and stopped us out for loss, which is crazy. But that's just it just happens. That's what happens when you trade. So at the end of the day, there's gonna be losses, but the key thing is our wins must outperform our losses. So yeah, the market has opened right now. The market just opened right now. So let's see what happens. The market pulls back into this region and gives us something of sorts. The market still sells, and gives us something of sorts. Then we are ready to snipe our buys from somewhere around here. Let's say, yeah. So most likely want to buy rather from somewhere around here. Stop losses below this region very nicely. This is what we'll be looking out for. But if we still see this double bottom, maybe somewhere here, we're still gonna look for buy entries basically. But this is the most ideal thing we can trade. I expect this market to still sell into this region. Yeah, so let's move on to USD card. USD card, yep, this market has opened. Woo! Yeah, so just like this, I think the last warm up, we were expecting this market to keep selling, of which it did, and it came all the way to 100% retracement. We took our profits, and then when we saw the market started moving funny and moving all the way to our entries, we had already closed out all our trades. So right now, we're still looking for more sales on this market, but like this arrow indicates, I am going to be waiting for the market to break below this alarm, this region, before I'll be looking to go short on the USD card. Why? Yeah, just very simple, straightforward. This is my Fibonacci, same strategy I like to trade. The market just needs to close bearish below here and come into this below this point, right? The bearish, full bearish engulfing candle, and then we know that yeah, we're ready to keep selling this market. But for now, we're gonna stay off USD card. We're still here in our charts for the week. GBP this was terrible, man. I did not execute this trade. Thank God. Why? Because this bearish candle was too strong. It was a very, very strong bearish engulfing candle, and I decided not to enter this trade. It was ranging here for a minute, but I was still very patient, and I like that because sometimes I could get very impatient. Most traders could get very impatient, but I was patient, and I avoided this loss. So yeah, this is I thank God for this. We didn't take that trade. So right now I don't like the way the market is moving. I really don't like the I don't like what's happening with the whole GP and DD situation. I don't like it. It's giving me goosebumps and confusion. So I'm gonna remove this from our chart for the week. Next market we're gonna be looking out for is ADCHF. ADCHF is going to keep selling. Oh, the market is already selling. Interesting. ADCHF is going to keep selling. Like it's just the no brainer. The market broke below a previous major level of support. Here's 2020, touch it. It broke below it, it retested it, and then was selling all the way to the downside, right? Very simple, straightforward analysis rather. Pullback, retest, and started selling to the downside. So I'm expecting markets keep selling all the way to this point. The reason why I don't like trading these markets is because they are very slow. There's little to no volume in these markets. The market has been selling since May. It's just taking so much time. But this is a guaranteed trade. The market is going to keep selling all the way to this point. Now, I would actually like to execute my trades right now because I can see that the market is going to keep selling. But it's a rule of mine. I don't enter markets at the beginning of the trading week. That's just not wise. I'm gonna wait till like 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. New York session, and then I'll be looking to place my first trade for the week. But yeah, this market is gonna keep selling all the way to the downside ADCHF. We're just gonna have to wait till when the time. That's our rule. ADJPY as well. Real quick, yes, ADJPY. This market has given us everything we need to see on the higher time frames and on the daily time frame. So you can see it clearly. Weekly time frame, the market is obviously a bullish trending market. We had a major pullback to the downside, the major one. And what's happened here is we also had a bullish engulfing weekly candle, right? A whole week, very bullish engulfing has come back here. What are we waiting for? You guys already know I'm waiting for a pullback. Pop, continuation to the upside. Very simple, very straightforward. With my pullback, I'm not waiting for it on a weekly time frame, just 4 hours and 1 hour time frame weekly. 4 hour pullback. Where am I going to catch this pullback? Very simple. Draw my Fibonacci from the swing low to swing high. Exactly. So we see a pullback somewhere around this region. Very simple. Just need a pullback somewhere around this region. If it gets into the Fibonacci somewhere here and starts to buy to the upside, I mean, really quick, really simple. That's all we're looking for. Uh, Looking to go long somewhere here. Simple, straightforward. 100% retracement. See, solid 1 to 2 risk to reward. This is just very simple, and we have a long way to go, right? We have a long ass way to go, right? But we're not going to be greedy. At the 1 to 2, this is the ideal trade we're looking for, right? So you get everything's got eyes on all of this. But prior to the market getting to this point, we're going to take our profits somewhere here. So we're going to take our profits. We're going to take at least 70% to 80% of our profits at 100% retracement, guaranteed. So somewhere here, we're taking our profits, but we just need the market to give us a pullback. Simple, straightforward ADGPY. CAD as well, same thing, similar, same thing. It's right here. We need a pullback, market to pull back into this region, and then we buy, right? We go long, simple, straightforward. We go long somewhere around here. Stop losses come below this price. 1 to 2 risk to reward. Very, very simple and straightforward. But we have a long way to go. Can you see this? All the way to this point. This is a solid 9 risk to reward. But at 100% retracement, we want to take out, we want to take out 70% to 80% of our positions at that price. I mean, USD card has taught us a very valuable lesson, right? This USD card just taught us a very, very valuable lesson. 100% retracement out, and then we can start thinking about the rest. So these are the markets we're looking out for the week. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.